Hey everyone, Bob Kendall here. Just want to thank you all for watching my videos. If you do want to support the channel, go to www.kendallreport.com/wavetech. Sign up for our software. You get market grid on 165 individual stocks and indices. You also will get 16,500 buy and sell signals on our entire database. I thank you so much for supporting the channel. Those of you who have already signed up, thank you so much. Welcome everyone to the Kendall Report, where I share my 41 years of experience to help you manage your portfolios and protect your wealth. Remember to subscribe, like, and share these videos. I apologize, I'm having some technical difficulties getting the video up on the screen tonight, so I'll just do a verbal introduction as I usually do without the video. Back on yesterday, equities recorded the bulk of their gains early in the session, and we saw some backtracking from the highs as the session went on. There was a modest advance in the technology, healthcare, and consumer discretionary, but the smaller sectors, such as utilities, were up a lot, mainly because of the declines that we saw in the interest rates after yesterday's reversal pattern. And we saw utilities up 1.9%, real estate up 1.4%. The big news yesterday was Intel replacing their CEO. We saw a 7% gain in Intel, and this was significant. This helped the NASDAQ composite to move into higher ranges as the market unfolded yesterday. But we also saw the CPI come in at 0.4. The expectations was for it to come in at 0.5, so it came in not as hot as expected, but definitely showing an increase in the inflationary pressures out there. As we look to today's session, we're going to see the claims released, expected to show about 800,000 plus new claims. We're also looking at continuing claims. My expectations are that we'll see this decline a bit, possibly below the 5 billion number. If it does uptick, there will be negative implications from that. As we look at the year-to-date gains, it reflects exactly what I've been telling you about with the small cap leading the way. Right now, the Russell is up 6.9%, the composite up 1.9%, and the S&P up 1.4%. So we're definitely seeing that overperformance, and I'm still expecting to see that continue. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charts and see what they're telling us. As I begin with the WaveTech Database review, we did see a rotation happen, about 650 new buys with about 300 sell signals. So a slight positive to the upside. The database is at 70.97% bullish, just a slight uptick since yesterday. So we're continuing to see this rotation and the market stay in this positive mode as it grinds in this sideways pattern. We're really not seeing anything significant happen in the database right now. It will be important, as I've discussed before, for the market to remain above 62% bullish. As long as it does that, we're likely to grind out and ultimately see the markets try to move higher in the pattern as we go forward through this week. As I begin reviewing the S&P futures, we're seeing the market up a bit, up 11 handles right now at 34.14. This is actually exceeding yesterday's high, was at 38.1350, so we have printed above that high. We continue to move ever so slightly in the pattern. The ppm1 is now at 0.24, ppm2 at 0.22, and ppm3 at 0.135. So this is slightly positive. The key number in the pattern continues to be the 10-period moving average, which is at 37.7170. My concerns in this market is that we're not going to get above the cycle high that I talked about last week. If we do penetrate it, then expect to see the market move to the next level, 38.54 to 38.59 on the futures. Critical numbers for today be S1 37.94. Overnight low so far has been 38.05, and in the upside 38.2375, which is an R2, which brings us right to that breakout point. So this will be a critical level. We're currently trading basically at the R1 level We'll see how this thing comes in the morning, but a penetration of 38.24 will be critical. As we look at the SPX, the same pattern continues. We did see the PPMs turn up slightly on PPM 1 and 2 yesterday on the cash markets, but as I've been discussing, this narrowing of the market grid is somewhat concerning. Over the next couple sessions, it's going to be critical that we get above that cycle high day, which in the case of the cash is 38.2669. A break above that level will give us some new objectives up around 38.55, 38.62. The extreme right now is 38.72 on the upside. The next market I'll cover is the NASDAQ. We're actually seeing some weakness in the NASDAQ overnight, and it was the stronger of the two markets yesterday between the Russell and the S&P. So we are seeing it down 10.25 overnight, down almost 0.1%. So not heavy selling by any means, but we are seeing the PPMs continue to fade here. They're slightly positive, but they're very vulnerable. And as I've been talking about over the last couple of days, this pattern that's unfolding suggests if we can't get above that key level, which on the NASDAQ futures is at the 13,125 level, we're going to see it go back toward the 12,795, which is the 21-period moving average, and the potential of going down toward the 12,546 level. So as in the S&P futures, I'm seeing some concerns over the configuration of this chart. Taking a quick look at the Russell, yesterday we did see it print up into a new high but close lower, so a minor reversal pattern, not a key reversal, but we did close down 0.75. So we're beginning to see some minor profit taking, but the PPMs are very strong. PPM 1, 0.75, 0.48, and 0.47 on the PPM 1, 2, and 3. So these are very robust trends. So what we're going to want to watch today is the market grid, which is going to be around the S1 number, which is 2104. If we get through that level, look for S2, S3. So we could see some follow-through weakness as this thing comes in to tomorrow. Overnight, we're seeing a slight uptick on the Russell. So this suggests that probably an S1 are too high. And if we do get through S1, then look for S2 to be at 2096. The final market that I'll cover tonight is gold. In yesterday's live stream, I mentioned that I thought there was some potential weakness in gold down toward the levels that we're seeing overnight, which is down toward the S3 possibility of STX level. The low overnight has been 1826, which is STX. And if we get through that level, then we're going to see further downside action, potentially testing the reversal day where we had a low of 1817. As we look at the weekly chart, I think this is where the story is really being told, is that we have entered into a sharp downtrend, suggesting that the possibilities of retesting the lows that we rendered a couple weeks ago at the 1776 level is becoming more possible, and a penetration of that level will suggest much lower prices. I don't see that happening at the moment. I'll update this tomorrow night as we come into Friday's close. This will complete the video for tonight. Thanks again for watching. Once again, I apologize for the inconvenience of not having the video on the front end, but make sure you go back and watch the live stream. There's a lot of information that I covered on Wednesday's live stream. Thanks again for watching.